Hello, squires, welcome, it's my face! How about that? Isn't that strange? I'm always hidden in this cartoon character right here. He pretty much encompasses what I normally express, which is not very much apart from this. That's my general deadpan expression, so my cartoon pretty much encapsulates that. It captures me quite well. Anyways, part of the video is, I've noticed that every time I do a mega build for Minecraft, I always end up doing a Final Fantasy build of some kind. And it's usually with Final Fantasy VIII. The first mega build that I did with Balamb Garden, it was fucking terrible. And then I did Galbadia Garden, which is even larger and way more confusing for a person that just figured out you could build things in Minecraft in creative mode. That was a horrible undertaking for somebody like myself who had one prior build. Yeah. The third one was Trabia Garden, which essentially in the lore of Final Fantasy VIII is one of the structures just like the previous two, but it's destroyed. You never really get to see it in completion, so what I did was I built it from what I could see in game and then pretty much filled in the gaps with some of my own creative input, dude. Shit! Suffice it to say, after all this time, I've built the Normandy for Mass Effect, which came out way better. It's the only mega build that I've ever done that wasn't Final Fantasy related, and happens to be the largest and most confusing build I've ever done. Proud of that shit. Yeah, proud, dude. Proud. Lore of Final Fantasy VIII, the one garden takes off and it flies. Like, essentially, it resembles a duck. Look, duck. It looks like a duck. Yeah, I've seen many people build Balamb Garden, Galbadia Garden, Balamb Garden 100 times over. But no one's built it flying in the mobile version, so I'm going to do that, and I'm pretty damn excited for that, because no one's done it. Anywho, I built the Tomb of the Unknown King. It's like a labyrinth type map, and then you can get a summon from there, essentially. It's a very confusing thing, because it's all a 2D rendered environment. In this video, let me just show you what it looks like, and yeah, let's go, bro. Shit, let's go. Let's open up my. I got a Discord message. Okay, no, it's not. What's cool is now that my PC can run this bad boy with some shaders, it won't look so plain and sad and flat. It'll look amazing. Okay, so the Tomb of the Unknown King is on the Galbadian continent, on the peninsula, it's right on the end, and it's got a big forest up thing there, so you don't really get to see much of it besides just it. And then we make a time set day to make sure I don't go in that place because it's scary as all hell at night, because I'm a little bitch. So I added some liberties, just some more trees and whatnot, and I will show you some shots of the actual thing and my rendition of it in Minecraft. Yeah, man, Minecraft. The Tomb of the Unknown King. There's a little outcropping there, and then a whole bunch of old destroyed structures. My frame rate's a bit of an issue right now, I imagine, because that's the shaders. Maybe if I turn fucking render distance down to a lot less, that might make it a bit easier. Oh yeah, much better, dude. Okay, try this again. Ooh, look at that frame rate pickup, dude. Okay, so over here is a draw point. Offload. Just know it's an abandoned structure, like an old Mayan temple type situation. A bunch of flora, really overgrowing, and the water physics in this shader look fucking fantastic. I'll put the shader in the description below. I haven't said those words in a while. Video is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. It really isn't. Okay, so when you get here, there's not much water anywhere. It's part of the process of, oh no, it's raining! Stop! And to keep everything a bit more dark, I've removed some of the doorways. I've blocked off with a wall like this just to create more darkness, because it's otherwise too bright. It needs to be dark in there. This is it. It's very dark. But just for this, let's do this to get this little thing out. This is it. I got a little box of light, my moon box. So essentially, when you get to this location over here, the path ahead, left and right, it's all like darkened to add like to the confusion. So if you wanted to find your way around, you would go straight ahead, and then you would find the student's sword, and you get the number, and it's always randomized, and off you go. But if you want to venture inwards, then you would have a little, and you get to a dead end, and also it's darkened there, darkened there. So every little spot you get to is pretty much looks the same. So it was once I had the basic structure, it was incredibly easy to build. You know, just mossy blocks to add the effect of, oh, it's all old and shitty. This place is actually quite creepy. If this place was not in peaceful mode, I would not come in here. See, when you get to a part like that, or that, it just becomes one big labyrinth. But luckily, I know my way around. So the first thing you want to do is when you go into the temple, you go right, and you go to over here, and this is where you fight Sacred, the larger of the two brothers, if I recall correctly. You come down this way, and you come down this way, and then you go down this way, and then you pull some lever of some sort, and it allows the water to flow, which looks kind of rad. Then once that's done, you come on this way, and then this way, and then this way, and then this way. And then you come over here. And then you release the drawbridge. What? Oh, yeah, that's right. You release the drawbridge. This is a wheel of some kind. I think this is how it goes. This is, yeah. I just love the way the water looks. And I love the trees. The trees. The trees. The trees. And then you go this way, and you go all the way back to the center where you started. But instead of going out, you go this way. And then you see the water is now flowing, and the bridge is down. Yeah. Guess what? Who you fight in here? Guess who you fight in here? You fight both Sacred and his little brother, Minotaur. You get the G as a summon, and then this tomb goes down or lifts up, and you've released the spirit from there. And all is well. I put turtles in here because turtles are rad. And pretty much, yeah, is the structure. Just literally just put a load of jungle saplings everywhere and just hit bone meal. Is that a horse in my water? You're contaminating it with your filth. Once you actually are above, the structure is actually rather simple. And yes, there are lights in the thing, but I cover them up with slabs on the inside so it wouldn't be as bright. And yeah, that's the guy right there. Look at the turtles having a gay old time. Yeah, that's pretty much it, dude. Now, nobody gets to see what it looks like from any viewpoint in the slices apart from a map that you get, which kind of looks similar to this. And also, you get one still shot as you enter, which is the front entrance, and you get a world map view. And that is literally the diddly dang all, bro. Any Final Fantasy VIII fan, which I know there aren't that many, if you do get to see this, there is the Tomb of the Unknown King for you. Yeah, man, that's pretty bloody rad right there, if I do say so myself. Now, to show you what I'm working on before I bugger on off, let me go to my other worlds where I'm building more things. Want to see what that looks like? This is what it looks like now. Bah! That's Fisherman's Horizon. A giant... People were fed up of being under Sorceress Adele's rule, so a bunch of the scientists escaped and formed Fisherman's Horizon, which served as a halfway house between the Galbadian continent and Estar continent, with a railway joining the two. Picture America and Europe joining with one big railway. That's what happened. They put a big, like, literally a big dome structure in the middle of the ocean with all solar panels, which is what powers the place. And it makes no sense because they're all light blue. They would technically refract the light rather than absorbing it, but I'm not going to argue about physics with Final Fantasy VIII because it defies it all the time. There's a house right in the middle that I haven't built yet, and there is a walkway going from the main ring on top there all the way down to where the house is. Right on top is going to be a railway that goes all the way around the ring. I'm not going to build actual rails because they look like shit. And then one of them goes down all the way to the bottom ring, which again, I think is a bit too high. It really is, I think, a bit too high. Again, I can use MC edit to shorten it if I want to, but I think I like the largeness of it. I'll just fill this up with a whole lot of buildings and shit. Railway comes down, whoop, and you can go all the way around. There's a whole bunch of docks and jetties over here where people are fishing, and there's going to be a much larger outer ring going all the way around with I think it's 3 large spires. That's where the garden crashes. That's where you first encounter the place. And these big crane-like arms connecting the outer ring to the middle ring, which is how you get to this piece over here. There's all abandoned trains that are going to be strewn across here. Eventually, there's another railway that you take up that goes along the side. Whoop, goes over here. And on this, I put that big T over there to remind me which goes where. That way goes to Estar, and the other way goes to Galbadia. So this is all I got so far. I got the dome, I got the little separator things over here to give it some actual texture. Got the platform where the house is gonna go, the little walkway which looks pretty damn cool. Give you a look as to what it looks like when you get here to walk down the stairs yourself. Yes, it's wooden, I made sure. And I just built it as close as possible to that. And I think I did a stellar job. Also, I'll link you below to a few images on Imager or Reddit of the perfect Balamb garden this new acquaintance friend has built, and it looks fucking fantastic. I've seen many Final Fantasy builds. A lot of them are good. Don't get me wrong, a lot of them are good. The first one I ever saw that was amazing was by Makupo. It's a very old build of hers. She hasn't been active on her channel in years now, so yeah. But anyways, his is the closest I've ever seen. And this is all I got so far, everybody. All my mega builds, and that's it. That's it. And it seems There's a certain thing in the air. What thing is that, you might be asking? Well, I got my groove back. Do you see that certain energy level that's returned? It's almost like, well, did I miss YouTube to some degree? Yeah, it certainly seems like I have. Kind of Paladins might have gotten me where I am now, but I didn't need it. I didn't want it. I didn't want one thing to define everything here. But guess what? Oh no, the shade's coming in. Sun's going down. I have to go. Cheerios, Glorious! Heads up about what's up in this rocket-powered game, man. Rocket Arena is a game that titles itself a whole lot of things while trying to avoid the term Battle Royale, thank God.